Askreddit Asks, what are some cheat codes you've found in the game of life?
Walk with a purpose. For some reason, people think you're busy and you don't get hassled.
Reminds me of George on Seinfeld when he acts like he's always annoyed so everyone assumes he's working hard.
Also carry 2 full sacks. That way if anyone asks for help, say sorry, I have these sacks.
Also, equip a lab coat and clipboard and act like you belong. You can suddenly go wherever you want.
No one stops a guy or girl carrying a pizza. It can get you backstage to concerts.
I've always wondered, what exactly do you do once you get backstage?
My dad worked as a line mechanic and kept his hard hat into management in his trunk. I asked him why, and he said, you can go anywhere with a hard hat and a tie. Also, I delivered pizzas, and although I never delivered to a concert, security was incredibly lax when I needed access to areas that were restricted. There was actually a delivery though. Closing parenthesis.
Take a $1 bill and flip it over. Now tape a $5 bill and tape it to the end of the upside down single with as little tape as possible to make it secure. Now feed the $5 bill into a change machine. The coin machine reads the 5, gives you quarters, then reads the upside down single, rejects that, and boom, you got yourself a felony.
This is the caliber of post I was expecting. Actual cheat codes, not be nice to your family and surprise, they won't hate you. Thank you.
I need a diagram. I am an assistant teacher in a preschool. Asking if kids can use their sitting muscles and listening muscles during circle time makes the kids want to show me how strong they are.
All good and well until some kid flexes their sitting muscles too hard and suddenly you've got a poopy pants emergency.
My first school had the concept of different hats. So if you were told to put your listening hat on, you would pretend to put a hat on and it was time to listen. Work to dream.
If you are punctual, smartly dressed, and quite friendly, you can actually get pretty far in most jobs without being that good at anything or trying very hard.
A boss of mine once said you can either be good at your job and unfriendly and a pain to work with, or you can be bad at your job and great to work with, but you can never be both bad at your job and unfriendly. Being friendly and good to work with is a massive skill that can really help you progress.
When someone says something true, say, you're right, not, I know. It'll make them feel better and you've still shown everyone how awfully clever you are.
If any website offers a percentage coupon code like 10% off, try higher values like 20% off. They often have them.
Yeah, I'm going straight for 100% off, and working my way down from there.
Also, if you leave something in your cart and give your email address, they'll usually send a coupon. I got 30% off my bed and 60% off my art this way.
Try 200% off and see if they'll actually pay you to take their product.
If you tuck a chicken's head under its wing and wave the chicken in a circle, it will automatically fall asleep. It's not a very good cheat code, but it's still a cheat code to get you sleeping chickens.
What do you mean by wave in a circle? Reminds me of a video I saw of a farmer that knew a certain chicken language to make them all hide under a tree. URL redacted.
You don't have to always give away the recipe. By that I mean, don't over-explain yourself. If you can't do something 9/10 times, it's okay to simply say, unfortunately I'm not able to do that. Can't swing it this time, etc. You don't have to go on and on about why, or make up reasons and list them off. Over-explaining just ends up looking more suspect than simply being clear and concise.
I like this one. I have found myself making up elaborate stories to explain why I couldn't attend an event or something. Just be brief, honest, and to the point.
You become the people you surround yourself with.
A pretty wise ex-drug user I worked with once told me, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, eventually you're going to get a haircut. Basically, watch the crowd and the activities you surround yourself with.
Guess I'm a nobody.
I cannot overstate how much dressing well and being well groomed will impact your life. It'll drop the difficulty by 2 or 3 levels. No joke. People will treat you vastly differently. The opposite is also true.
Compliment your children with, you're a hard worker, and not, you're smart. Studies show that kids who think they're hard workers outperform kids who think they're smart. Can confirm. Was told I was smart as a kid. Terrible worker edit. I don't mean to confirm this as causation. Just my experience.
This is growth vs fixed mindset. For those wishing to investigate further. And it is rock solid legit science.
Ask questions about everything. Ask people about themselves. Be open about stuff you don't understand. And ask questions about that. When you forget someone's name, own up to it and just ask them. I am amazed at how many people won't acknowledge even a tiny amount of ignorance. Or won't show honest curiosity about something. Can't admit they've forgotten something they feel is important. And won't ever ask for help. Guys, your life becomes so much easier if you just drop the fucking ego and ask.
The best advice I ever received was from my grandmother. I was a talkative child and would ask questions non-stop. When I apologized for asking so many, one day she looked me straight in the eye and said, "Never stop asking questions. I love you. You're right. Dot.
Works every time.
Fucking Han Solo's biggest missed opportunity.
Shut up, baby. I know it.
Yeah, I'm going straight for 100% off, and working my way down from there.
Try 200% off and see if they'll actually pay you to take their product.
300% off and Dablo job.
Breaking news. Hackers buy Alaska for free. Dot.
Guess I'm a nobody.
You can control the heartless though.
Feel the darkness on you, dark heart. A darkness kingdom hearts is darkness, darkness the dark.
A scattered dream that's like a far-off memory. Dot.
As an adult you can tell almost any kid who is running to stop running and they will.
Man, you know way better kids than I do.
I'm calling BS on this one. Source. Was lifeguard for 5 years. Walk please. Gets almost no play. Stop running. Catches their attention only about half the time. Run faster. Quote exclamation mark. Will almost always make them stop and look at you quizzically. As they're not used to adults encouraging horseplay. Once you've got their attention through this method, you can tell them to walk.
Not a cheat code, but an Easter egg. If you ask someone if they know all the words to "I'm a Little Teapot," around 80% of the people you ask will start singing it. Half of those will do the gestures.
I'm at a tattoo studio right now and I asked the £300 intimidatingly tattooed owner of the shop if he knew the words to "I'm a Little Teapot." Without hesitation he started reciting it while doing the pantomimes. Impressive. Dot.
To seem charming, all you have to do a lot of the time is to be an engaged listener. You don't need an amazing sense of humor to be able to lay on the compliments or regale people with stories. Just listen to other people in a way that shows you are interested and not only waiting for your turn to talk. Make eye contact. Don't interrupt them. Don't turn the conversation to be about you. Ask good questions. Edit. I just want to add, as per many comments here, that being engaged listener is not the same as being a sort of conversational doormat where you have to allow people to drone on and on about things that don't interest you, annoy you, offend you, or drain you. Merely suffering through an encounter is pretty much the opposite of what I am talking about. It's about letting yourself be interested in, and learn from, other people and not focus so much on feeling like you have to be an entertainer. And being an engaged listener is really the opposite of the person who just listens and never wants to talk about themselves. You are putting yourself into the conversation with your interested responses. You are guiding it to places you find interesting. Just suffering through boring conversations is not engaged listening. Dot.
Underpromise and overperform. Say you'll achieve less than you think you will and then do more and everyone will be impressed. Works well at a job.
My boss does a good job of keeping track of what you've been able to do in the past and always asking for more than that. I get that he's trying to develop his employees, but it's fucking annoying not getting credit for 95% of a project but you already knew how to do that. Dot.
I always tell my girlfriend to be ready for 2 minutes of terrible sex. Oftentimes I make it up to 4 minutes of just bad sex.
Reminds me of George on Seinfeld when he acts like he's always annoyed so everyone assumes he's working hard.
He leaves his car at work so people think he never leaves. Lol. Makes a secret nook under his desk for work naps. George is an inspiration.
I have been using this technique for years. And it works quite well. About 5 years ago I upped my game by carrying a clipboard around as well. If you walk around with a clipboard, muttering under your breath and shaking your head in disapproval, everybody will leave you the fuck alone. The correct response to any compliment is, thank you. You can then follow it up with a comment if you'd like to continue the conversation. If someone likes your dress, thank you. It has pockets. If someone compliments your art, thank you. I've been practicing. If someone asks if you're a professional singer because you have a good singing voice, thank you. I just sing for fun. Not only does it make you seem confident and self-assured, it tells them that they are right. That's a friendly thing to do. This even works if you don't believe the compliment. Saying, oh, no, I'm ugly, when someone compliments your appearance not only tells them that they're wrong, it makes you think of yourself as ugly. A better answer would be, thank you. I really appreciate that and I don't always believe it. So hearing that from you helps.
I've started going with, thank you. That's nice to hear.
I have a heated throw blanket in my living room in the winter. I wrap my coat up in it. Crank up the heat and in a few minutes, my coat is toasty warm so I can brave the coldest day.
Also toss your jeans in the dryer for 15 minutes on a cold morning and you will have similarly warm jeans. It's a nice perk if you have guests over too.
Hey, take off your pants and let me warm those babies up. I'm a pizza guy. The only people that stop me are the stingy old people who won't let me go into the apartment building as they come out because that's the rules, and I have to be buzzed in.
Did you try carrying a clipboard too? Just in case.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel, and above all, have an excellent day you incredible people.